Hello and welcome to episode 29 of the Everybody Loses podcast, coming at you at a bright and early 12:55 p.m.
I know, less than an hour ago it was the morning, John.
I know.
This is foreign territory for me.
I had to drag Matt out of bed just to get him up because Matt has worked, apparently.
Yeah, I've work later tonight. We're doing a pre-work episode of the podcast today.
Yeah, it's here in sunny Ocean City, where I think I had to fight a homeless man for a parking spot.
Yeah,
he was sleeping there.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I don't know how you...
I always have to, the homeless are just like seagulls around here. You just gotta shoo them away and then park in their spot and then, hopefully not step in their poop.
Yeah, I mean, they're very similar. They steal hunks of cheese from people.
Mm-hmm.
Matt?
Yes?
What's going on this week? I'm looking at the door, don't worry about it.
Okay. What is... I don't
There's
know.
an NBA draft on Thursday.
There is.
Today's Tuesday.
It's the NBA draft.
That's right. And much like... What was it was it the NFL drafts last time we had this conversation?
I
about
think
drafts?
So.
Well, much like last time, we thought it would be a good idea to redraft movies. But this time, and last time we redrafted directors, right?
Right.
Now we're going to redraft actors.
Yep.
Into famous movie roles. And talk about how they would fare.
Yeah, because it's always an interesting conversation when discussing a movie, or like if you're looking at a movie and was like, oh, this person was slated to play this, but then it ended up going to that, but how would that movie be? Well, today we're gonna tell you.
Exactly. We're gonna go through we're gonna go through the factorial of every movie. So it's like, all right, so if A was B, B. So. You want to start or do you want me to start?
Why don't you start?
That's right. I'm glad you said that, because I'm really hoping that we didn't come up with the same thing, because neither of us know.
Oh, I'll let you know in a few seconds if it...
So what if...
Okay.
Nicolas Cage...
Nope.
Okay, good. Well, you don't know, because the movie.
Yeah.
If Nicolas Cage played a Jesus Christ in Passion of the Christ.
Okay. Wow.
So, Nicolas Cage... famous actor and also relative of mine. So Nick, if you're listening, give us a shout out.
Yep.
You'll probably make our views go from wherever they are times a million, which is a sad fact of life. But hey, gotta hustle somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage as Jesus Christ. Yes, Nicolas Cage, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Comma.
All right. So
have you ever seen Passion of the Christ?
No.
And neither have I.
I know how the story ends.
I'm a little shaky on the story. Did they go to space?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when the
where do the lasers come from?
They the Scientology space monster.
Oh yeah, like Zepton or whatever.
Yeah.
Krypton.
Krypton. Yeah, it comes in and kills everyone.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the ending.
That could have been like another one of ours from last time. Like what if Tom Cruise directed Passion of the Christ?
Tom Cruise directed Passion.
He's a Scientologist.
Oh yeah, true.
Not because of his weird teeth. That's not what I'm bringing up.
Tom Cruise could direct it, and what's his face? The other Scientologist could star in it.
John
Travolta could
or
be
Will
Jesus.
Smith. Yeah.
John Travolta could.
I'm God.
Hey,
I'm the son of God.
I'm
man.
Jesus. You follow me, you'll be all right.
Also, don't take medicine.
Yeah. Don't vaccinate your children. Jesus, what are vaccinations?
Jesus Christ. All right, so Nick Cage. I almost think John Travolta would be better.
Yeah.
Let's just like every weird actor, let's just draft them in. All right, so Nick Cage. When you think of Nick Cage, what movie do you think of?
This may sound like random, but National Treasure.
Yeah,
it's the first movie Nicolas Cage movie I saw.
Yeah, I think it probably is the same for me. No, I feel like I've seen another Nick Cage. I mean, I've seen The Rock.
The Rock, obviously, yeah, but I always just think of National Treasure because that was the first thing I saw him in.
That was the first movie I ever saw.
That was
so
it, yeah.
That
was my first introduction to cinema.
Have you ever seen Da Vinci's Code? The Da Vinci Code?
He's in the Da Vinci Code?
No, but it's like a watered down version of.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, National Treasure is a watered down version.
Yeah, I know. I've only seen parts of Da Vinci Code. I have seen Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons is good. I mean, they're both good.
Yeah.
I think Da Vinci Code's better, but
really,
yeah. I'm looking at his movies now. I mean, yeah, The Rock, okay. Leaving Las Vegas. I feel like I've heard of that. Moonstruck. Has he been in any? He was in what, Face Off, right? With Travolta, right?
I've never seen Face Off, so I don't know.
I may have just made that up.
I remember I saw him in this well, there was this like 70s or 80s horror movie called The Wicker Man.
Okay.
And they did a remake of it like 5 years ago.
Is
and
it Nick Cage as a basket?
Nicolas Cage starred in it, and it was such a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like most of Nicolas Cage's movies.
Yeah. National Treasure was at least like... I think it was like kind of cool just because it's like, oh, history. But not because of him.
I didn't know how ridiculous like of an actor Nicolas Cage could be, because the first thing I saw him in was National Treasure, and
he was like, very subdued in that.
Yeah, it's like almost like he's stoned throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But then he's in like The Rock, or especially like that Wicker Man movie, and then he's just shouting. And he's like, ah!
What's the one where it's in the office? And it's like the one where he's like, ah, like that meme, you know?
Oh, like, is it the one where he's flipping out at the secretary?
Yeah.
Like, I've never misfiled anything!
Yeah.
Not once!
Yeah, what is that? What movie?
I don't know. It's just a bad movie.
So what do you think
that's the title, A Bad Movie.
So how do you think he would play Jesus Christ?
I think it would be very over the top.
Obviously.
No, I think he would be very subdued. Like, throughout the beginning part, like, when he's collecting all of his disciples and everything.
Yeah, to
like,
draw them in.
Yeah, follow me. Like, I've got wine. I can make it. Like, and he's, like, leading everyone on. And then, like
once Pontius Pilate comes in, he just starts freaking out.
Like, what? I've never committed heresy? Not once!
It's not me, man. Yeah. I didn't do it. Yeah. Okay. I recently watched a movie with him, or I watched like half of it. It was like Gone in 30 Seconds, or Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I made it through like 45 minutes of it, and I was like, I had to stop watching this. Like, that was the first movie I've turned off midway in a while.
Really?
Like, I was like, I can't. It was just so... It wasn't even necessarily him. It was just such a... It was... I think the premise was like, these people had to... it was like his brother got... Like, he took this deal where he had to steal like 60 cars in like one night or something wacky, and then like Nicolas Cage enlists a bunch. Enlists this like old guy, this old actor, and not like an actor in the movie, like an old actor in real life.
Yeah.
And like they had to like once they started like planning how to steal the cars, I was like, all right, I know what they're gonna steal the cars, and there's gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
Who do you think is like a crazier actor, like him or Keanu Reeves?
Him.
I definitely like Keanu better.
Yeah,
Keanu.
Because while Keanu like is like subdued like Nicolas Cage, he never has those like freak out.
No,
moments.
I mean he has like goofy, like he's Bill and Ted, and what's the one where he's a surfer?
Oh, my favorite Keanu movie, Point Break.
Point Break's good. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see. I'm trying to think Nicolas Cage with the thorns. With him carrying the cross.
I can see him like on the cross, but like still just like talking shit. Like, oh, perfect.
You think this is the end of me?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'm Benjamin Franklin Gates, whatever the name is.
He's like, disciples, listen to me. In 2,000 years, you need to steal the Declaration of Independence.
What? Jesus, what the hell is that? Jesus Christ! How many times do you think someone would yell, Jesus
it's
Christ?
It's like the ongoing gag of the movie. People just yell, Jesus Christ.
Also, I think Philip Seymour Hoffman should be in that movie. Like, Philip Seymour Hoffman from...
he should be God.
He should be God.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman from... you ever seen Along Came Polly?
I've seen the sharding scene.
It's a good movie. It's weird. Now, this is something like what you were saying with Nick Cage. The only movie... I've seen two movies with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Along Came Polly, where he's like an outrageous like maniac, like he's hilarious. He's the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
And The Big Lebowski, where he's like a weird, he's like not a big part, but he plays like a really awkward, like funny guy.
Yeah.
But apparently he's like he was a serious actor. Philip Seymour, like
I only saw him in one movie. It was called Pirate Radio. It came out.
Was it that movie that came out after he died?
No.
Okay.
That was one of the Hunger Game movies.
No, there was another one that was like he was the lead in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pirate Radio came out like 10 years ago. It was about a group of like it was back when like the BBC was like monitoring like the British like radio or whatever, and they wouldn't play rock and roll because it was the devil's music, blah blah blah. So they were like, it was like a pirate radio station that was broadcasting rock and roll from a boat in the ocean. So it wasn't like a drama or anything. No, yeah. It was like a pretty wacky movie. So yeah, I'd never really seen him in like a serious role.
We need to play this rock and roll. Yar.
Yeah.
Yar, man. It's Nicolas Cage and Pirate Radio. Yeah, I mean, I think that... So we're drafting Nicolas Cage is Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is God.
Right.
And then Keanu Reeves as Mary Magdalene.
Okay.
It's a strange movie. He has the weird scraggly facial hair. It's awkward.
I would just love to see this Last Supper picture of just all of them, like, you know.
It's like Keanu Reeves in Point Break mode, like leaning his head or leaning the other way, and then Nicolas Cage.
It's like that meme picture, but just him at the table.
Exactly. It's just his head photoshopped. All right, Matt. I like that.
It's pretty solid.
It's pretty
solid.
Pretty solid.
All right, now I've got one.
Yeah.
for
What do you got? What you got?
All right, the actor is Christopher Walken.
Okay.
The role is Forrest Gump.
Okay. I haven't seen Forrest Gump in a while, so let's go over Forrest Gump. Okay, so from what I know, he's in Vietnam.
He is in Vietnam. So
he's got does he have like a learning disability or something?
Yeah, he's like mentally challenged. But
right.
So Christopher Walken already has experience with that because he was in The Deer Hunter, a Vietnam War movie.
Oh, I didn't see it. He was also in Pulp Fiction where he played a veteran.
Yeah.
Where he shoved things up his ass.
That could be like his progression of the Forrest Gump character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that could be Forrest Gump, like giving young Bruce Willis the watch in Pulp
I'd like the end.
I'm setting up a cinematic universe here.
Okay. So it starts with Forrest Gump and it rolls right into.
Yeah. So he's Vietnam. He becomes a shrimp boat captain.
Okay.
He falls in love with Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how do you think Christopher Walken would fare in this Forrest Gump movie?
Well, I'm thinking about him in the war itself.
Yeah. Now this accent, like, you know,
I gotta have more AKs, man.
Whenever someone thinks of Forrest Gump, they think of like Tom Hanks' accent for me, like "Hello, Jenny."
Yeah.
That's out the window now. It's just Christopher Walken, like
"Hello." Now it's like that's like William Shatner. I feel like if you add together Christopher Walken and Forrest Gump, you get William Shatner.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan.
Are you gonna be on my the shrimp boats?
I don't know why he is he almost sounds like an Italian man without the accent. Like he's got the staccato of the.
He sounds like almost like a British person imitating like a New York like accent.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he even from New York?
Lieutenant Dan, you need to be on my shrimp boat.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like it sounds like a weird. Like an Italian accent, but no. Oh, he's from Astoria, New York. New York City. So he's got a weird head of hair. It's very like high.
Yeah,
it's like a helmet. So what are the plot points of Forrest Gump? So it's like he goes to the war, right? Then he becomes a shrimp boat captain.
Yes.
And then when does he run to Freebird?
Throughout all of them.
Wait, really?
Throughout the whole movie, he runs.
He's just running the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he run across America at a certain point?
Yeah.
When is that?
That's after. I
don't think he's running across America at the same exact time as he's on the fishing boat. That would be contradictory.
He runs across America after Vietnam and also after he's a shrimp boat captain.
Okay, so he's just running. Do you think Christopher Walken could run 3,000 miles across from sea to
Probably
shining
not
sea?
now, but probably when Forrest Gump came out, he could probably
came out what, like the 80s?
Might be able to manage it. No, it was 94 or something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
80s, 94.
Yeah.
How big what's the difference between the 80s and 90s?
Yeah. So let's recast some of the other roles here too.
Yeah, sure.
Specifically, Jenny.
Jenny.
Originally played by Robin Wright.
Right.
Who
also known as what's her name?
Claire Underwood.
Claire Underwood.
In
House of Cards.
And also the Princess and Princess Bride.
Right.
Okay, so she's out now.
She's out.
Who should replace her?
Ooh. Christopher Walken. Well, what? Like, who is on par with Christopher Walken in terms of like his acting shot? Like, what can we think of a female Christopher Walken or someone that's like reminds you of?
No,
that's true. You're right. We can't.
How about Kathy Griffin?
Oh my god.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, she's toxic right now. We can't throw her name behind her. We can't be drafting Kathy.
How about the blandest? The plain yogurt of actresses, I like to call her. Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. Like the same age though, like she's just a lot younger than Christopher. She was the blandest part of Office Space.
She would be around Office Space age. They came out generally around.
It was 5 years after. Office Space was 99,
or
2000.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like that. Maybe that was her big break to get Friends. Was
Forrest Gump?
Was Forrest Gump with a man 20 years her senior?
Yeah. Instead of like run, Forrest, run, she's just like, hey, Forrest, you have to run. You know, you have
Not
to
everyone likes their job, Forrest.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear your fucking flare.
Yeah.
You ever seen Friends?
I don't think I've ever watched a single episode of
I
Friends.
feel like I watched it when I was younger, and even then I was like, this show's, like, not great.
Yeah, and Jennifer Aniston was my least favorite part of, like, the parts of Friends I've seen.
I don't even know who I would say I liked from that show.
I guess Courtney Cox, which is funny.
Just because she was in that Bruce music video.
Oh yeah, well, also, I don't know. She's just the most interesting, like, looking out of all of them, I guess.
I guess.
But, like, yeah, that's also funny that, like, she made her fame, like, just dancing in a music video, but,
Although she was an early precursor to the Melissa McCarthy character, because, like, in that show, the joke was that she was fat when she was younger,
Oh, really?
and she was like, ah! Like, she had very similar womanerisms or mannerisms,
Right.
for, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, what the? Maybe Melissa McCarthy could play,
No, I thought of that when you
Oh,
were
you just, like-
saying who's like someone wacky like
How
Christopher
about Melissa
Walken?
McCarthy playing Rocky in Rocky? Not Adrian.
It's like she's in like the freezer and she's punching the meat,
Eating
and then
the
she
meat.
just takes a big bite out, and then she slips on the ice on the
Oh,
floor.
what
She goes,
the-
"Oh, what the?" She falls down.
Apollo, what do you think you are, the Pope?
Yeah.
Oh, we've ruined a lot of movies now.
Yeah.
In a short span. This is strong. What do you think is a better movie, Passion of the Christ, or
Well,
with this cast, with the new cast?
well, they're both very similar.
Right.
They're
They're both about Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
But I don't know.
It's like, well, here's the thing. It's like, in one you have...
Would it be sacrilege if I said anything other than the Passion of the Christ? I don't
because
know.
remember, the
Is
first...
Mel Gibson still directing the Passion of the Christ?
Like, still? Are they, like, right now? Like, as we see... Passion 2, The Resurrection.
This is some Passion of the Christ DLC.
Oh my god.
It's
Divine
an add-on.
loadable content.
Divine loadable Christ.
Oh boy.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Mel Gibson hates Jews.
He did you have to remind everyone?
Yeah.
We were trying to like turn Passion of the Christ around.
I know, but well, I mean, we are turning it around. We're recasting, the no-name who played Jesus.
Who was the no name?
He was a no-name. I don't know.
His name was literally no.
I mean, really, if you think about it, you can't really like
Can't have a famous
an A-list
actor.
actor play Jesus.
You can't actually have Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
You can't have Tom Cruise. What if you had The Rock?
No.
What about Tom Cruise?
Although his skin complexion would probably be the
more
closest-
accurate,
Yeah,
yeah.
the closest realistic.
Much like Jesus, The Rock is very like racially ambiguous because no one knows what he actually is. He's
Yeah.
black, he's Samoan. No one
Yeah,
knows.
that would be great if like Jesus was like 6'4" and had like a nice pump,
Huge.
go.
Jacked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Jim Caviezel. That sounds like I don't know what that sounds like. That sounds like an Italian pastry. Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel.
He's from Mount Vernon, Washington. I don't know. Let's see what else he was in. Wait, okay, never mind. I'm like looking at his things. He was in The Passion of the Christ, Thin Red Line, which is like a war movie, The Count of Monte Cristo,
Okay.
and then I saw Person of Interest, and I thought it said Passion of Interest, and I was like, did they already make a sequel to Passion of the Christ? That movie came out in 2004. Damn.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
That was like Bush era.
Yeah, it was Bush era.
He was in I Am David, which sounds like either like a shitty porno or also like a religious movie.
Yeah,
so
like a David and Goliath. Like,
Yeah. Okay, neither. It's about a 12-year-old boy that escapes a Bulgarian communist concentration camp and sets out on a journey to Denmark.
Does he play the 12-year-old boy?
I can't tell you that. I don't want to get on. He plays Johannes.
He comes out after the Passion of the Christ, but he plays a 12-year-old boy.
Oh, that would really piss off the Catholic Church, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Stop associated with little boys.
Yep.
I mean, I think we've done good work here.
Yes, we have. We've
I
done
don't know what we've done.
We've done God's work.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Everybody Loses segment of the show. And boy, have we all lost today, John.
We have lost our faith
We've lost our innocence.
and our Christianity.
Yeah. Anyway, how's it going, John?
Good.
Good. How was the drive over here?
Bad.
Bad? Why was it bad?
Because there's a lot of construction going on, which is odd because it's now the official first day of summer.
Yeah. There is actually a lot of construction going on here.
Odd.
It's very annoying.
Mm.
But You're going to tell me another reason why your drive over here was bad today, John.
Okay.
John, ladies and gentlemen, is a driver of a Mustang.
That's correct.
It's
Just barely.
Yeah, it's a very decent car. I've ridden in it. I've had the pleasure a few times, the privilege. And today, John, you're going to tell me why Mustangs are the worst car on the market.
Okay. I guess just Mustangs in general, not like my car specifically, because my car has specific
that would
issues.
be too easy.
Yeah, my car has been through the ever since that whole thing where there was like a bucket of water in my car, basically from Ocean City's huge storm that one day.
Yeah.
All right. So why Mustangs are the worst car on the market? I don't know. Again, I don't know where all the members of the Loser Nation are from.
Yeah.
But the Ford Mustang is it's definitely an iconic American. Not my car specifically, but my car is not an iconic car. But the Mustang is like an iconic American muscle car dating back to 1964 and a half.
Okay.
Featuring a twin turbo. No. Yeah. So it's it's one of those. If you were to pick like if you were to pick any say like pick an American car, it would probably be like Corvette, Mustang, and maybe like an F-150. I don't know, something. You'd probably pick one of those three. So yeah. So why are the Mustangs bad? All right. As we live in New Jersey, and the Mustang is a rear-wheel drive car, there's this problem that I encounter called snow.
Oh, okay.
And like just traction in general. Like I said, it is a rear-wheel drive car. It's not very heavy, which is a good thing for performance. But when I was in college, I got stuck in my own driveway a few times in the snow.
Really?
It's really embarrassing because then like you need to get pushed out, which is very embarrassing. And we had this thing where we were like rivals with our next door neighbors because they like yelled at us for doing legal things. And I was leaving to go to school, and I got stuck in my driveway, and they had to come push me out, or someone else, like one of my roommates, has come push me out. And of course, the freak family next to us were watching, and laughing, I presume, as I struggled to get out of my car or get out of the driveway.
I have seen Snapchats from you before of you sliding it down a road in your car before.
I Snapchatted Matt. I think I Snapchatted everyone, but every Snapchat user ever, a video of me whistling and just sliding from side to side down the. Da, 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 da,
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And I was just like tail sliding through, and this was dangerous because there were people in the streets.
For several reasons.
Yeah, and like I had one hand on my phone, and my car has old tires.
Yeah, I mean you shouldn't Snapchat you shouldn't do a Snapchat video in your car while you're driving under any circumstance.
And
that's probably the worst circumstance to do.
Yeah, like literally. The only thing worse was if it was like it was at night and I had no headlights on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that's a thing. I know for me, I have gone into the bad habit of just like driving recklessly, not because my car is like super fast and like, a supercar, but like sometimes I think it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, no, I can pass that guy, like no problem, and then I'll just gun it, and then it's like, oh okay, I'm just kind of briskly walking past this man, basically in my car, and
now I'm on the wrong side.
Now I'm on the wrong side of the road, and there's an 18-wheeler on my way.
Yeah.
So I think cars like that in general make you
gives you a false sense of confidence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like if it was like it's like a V6. If it was like a V8 turbocharged, like okay, maybe like and just like. But this one is like my car's faster than the average car, but it's certainly not like super fast by any means. I've had a few times where I've driven people off the road. There's a road near us when I was, when I going to work or whatever, and I'll like pass. A few times I passed the car, and again I misjudged how fast my car was, and that car had to spin off into the dirt.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was bad. Everyone I think is okay. Some I assume were alive.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my confession. Yeah. So like Matt said, a false sense of confidence, security in my car's performance is never a good thing because it's false.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two. It's an easy two. Let's see. There's a lot of things that my car leaves to be desired. Okay, I guess another thing, is that like whenever it's like embarrassing when people are like, oh, what kind of car do you have? They go like, oh, I have a Mustang. They're like, oh, wow. Like they picture this like super expensive car. It's like, no, not really. was secondhand and cost probably about the same as your car. And people were like, oh, and they always like want to like talk about. It's like, all right, let's just. It's like 5 years old. Actually, no, it's 8 years old at this point. Actually, really like 9 years old, and it's been broken down recently. But you know, I think it's annoying. You know, people want to see it. Like, oh, can I see it?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to.
It's
see
a
it.
conversation starter.
Yeah, but it's like annoying. I'm sick of having that conversation. A lot of people, I don't even tell people. I was like, I don't want them to know because it's just
You're like a celebrity now.
Yeah, basically, I put a huge hat on my car so no one sees it.
Yeah.
I don't put his makeup on.
Yeah, you're like the celebrity. It's just out trying to enjoy his day, but people keep coming up asking him for autographs and shit. And
I try and live my life like one of the younger Baldwins, like where
yeah.
no one knows who I am.
Not Alec Baldwin.
No, like is he
Yeah.
the oldest?
I don't know if he's the oldest,
Just the most
but he's
famous.
the most famous. Yeah.
And then there's Steve, right? He's the religious one.
There's Steve Baldwin. There's I had the name,
Jimmy
but I
and
lost it.
Andy.
I was going to say Dwight Baldwin, but that's not a
Dwight
thing. It's not a thing.
Dwight Baldwin sounds like like what they were going to call Dwight Schrute, but they're
Yeah.
like, no, Dwight Baldwin sounds too predictable
Yeah.
of a boring name.
Yeah. Oh, Donnie Baldwin.
Donnie.
Baldwin's.
There's like 6 or 5 of them, right?
I don't know.
Let's just go to the tape here. They have a Alec, Daniel, William, and Steven.
Okay, so not Donnie. I was close.
I mean
with Daniel.
Alec is the oldest.
Yeah.
Steven's the youngest. Steven's only 25. No, I was just kidding.
That would be.
That would be quite disturbing. All right, so yeah, there you go. The car makes me want to feel like Danny
Baldwin.
or Donnie Baldwin, not Alec.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's a good reason.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. Your turn.
Okay.
So as I said, it is now officially the first day of summer.
It is.
All right, so this may confuse some of you because, as we said before, Matt lives two blocks from the beach.
No, like less than 1 block.
Less than
really.
one. Oh yeah, sorry.
It's right there. Yeah.
Literally within shouting distance. But you're not a big fan of the beach. You go what, like once a year?
I wouldn't say I'm not a big fan of it. I just I'm too lazy to go.
Well then, that's awkward.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want you to tell me why. Let's just say going to the beach
Uh-huh.
is a good thing.
Okay. Yeah. This is easy.
Yeah. Oh, fan.
Okay. Well, as John to
How about this? The best way to spend your summer day.
Okay. Okay. To preface this, well, as John said, I don't go, despite my location and
Proximity.
my immediate access to the beach. I don't go very often. More out of just my aforementioned in previous episodes of the podcast sleep schedule.
True.
That doesn't get me up, early enough to enjoy the
Although
sunlight.
today you're up.
Yeah, well, that's specifically to do this.
Yeah.
In my youth, I in the summertime I went to the beach almost every single day. So the first thing that comes to mind, the first pro of beach going, is you get a nice tan.
Okay.
And
Clearly, you haven't been to the beach in a while.
no, I'm a pretty pale.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pale, but it's always nice to get a little dark tonage going.
A little sun pump.
And not all of us can be Italian.
Yeah, that's right. I always have a tan.
Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah. Get a little sun pump. Get a little brownness.
Okay. What yeah, how I mean, do you always get sunburnt? Sun-turned?
From what I remember, the way it usually worked was I would get burnt the first time and maybe even the second time, and then after that I would just be tan and I wouldn't have to worry about
Your
it.
body's like, whatever.
Yeah.
You've put in your time.
Yeah.
I heard like some people only get burnt like before August or something. I don't know how that
I don't know. That
works.
sounds weird. Like,
Yeah. That doesn't sound.
I feel like
Once it consult like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I feel like that's probably the same as me. Like people probably just get burnt their like first couple of times, and then by the time they stop getting burnt, it's
just-
August. So they're like, "Oh, I don't get burnt. I
They're just
only get
tan,
burnt
like,
before
yeah.
August."
Right.
It just happens to be the same time of year every year, so they think, "Oh, it must be
Right.
because of August."
Because the sun is further or something weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the first reason. A nice tan.
Okay.
The second reason.
Jacked and tan.
Yeah, jacked and tan. And second reason. My mom is making wave motions at me from the kitchen. She's
Trying to give Matt
she's
like
doing
notes
the
over
beach
here.
dance move from like a Beach Boy video or something like that. Yeah, I guess the ocean.
Okay, so your reason is the ocean.
Yeah.
What about the ocean?
Okay, well, okay.
That's like the sand,
No,
the
well,
ocean, and the sun.
I was going to explain my reasoning.
Okay.
See, we don't have almost nobody has a pool in Ocean City because like the
Isn't the ground like 6 inches deep?
yeah,
or
I mean there's pools here and there, but like
Yeah.
the ground isn't deep enough to like support
physically
a pool.
have a pool.
Yeah. But luckily for us Ocean City residents, we always have a free pool just down the street.
It's a dirty pool.
It's called the Atlantic Ocean, and yes, it is a quite dirty pool.
Yeah.
It's filled with fish and salt,
human
and,
excrement.
Yeah, human excrement, and maybe a syringe or two, probably.
Dead body.
Yeah, floating down from Atlantic City.
Yeah.
But my mom's laughing over there. But yeah, the ocean, it's free. You don't have
Is it though?
Well,
The beach isn't free.
for us it is.
How is it free for you?
Because I just so for those who don't know, there are beach taggers. You have to buy a beach tag to go onto the beach here in Ocean City. But me and my friends found an easy out for that.
All you
long
gotta do is
ago.
walk around them. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just walk around them, or if because sometimes they're posted at the entrance to the beach, you can just be like, "Oh, my beach tag's down there with my family. They're already."
And then
down
while
there.
they're distracted, you throw sand in their eyes and run to the ocean.
Yeah, and they always let you pass with that excuse, or even better, if they're local people and you know them, they'll just let you on the beach.
Now let me ask you this: is it the beach that's free, or is it the ocean, or do you have to pay for the beach or the ocean? So is it a situation like Cuba where once you touch the water, then you're fine, you get amnesty?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, no, I'm in the water.
Well, you have to have access to one to.
But I'm saying if they don't find you, or if they don't you know how
Although it's an interesting what if you were on a boat and you took the boat to the Atlantic Ocean and just swam to the shore, but you only stayed in the water? I think you're in the clear that way.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, I think the beach tag is strictly for the sand, for the
That's
beach.
what I mean. It's a beach tag. The
Yeah.
ocean is not the beach.
Yeah, so if you can, so
the beach is a transition.
If you can find a way, like the boat that I just mentioned, to just get yourself onto the beach directly without bypassing the sand,
what you could do. You know how some of the beaches have those big water outlet thingies, the pipe drainage.
Oh yeah.
So what if you just burrowed your way into that, Shawshank Redemption style, and then just climbed through it and you were right in the ocean?
Yeah, that would be that would take dedication.
You'd have to drill through metal, but
yeah, I don't know if I would ever do that.
You could probably just buy a beach tag at that point. But
yeah, I'm shuddering at the thought of the tetanus that one would receive doing that.
Matt climbed through 400 feet of shit.
That's the length of 3 football fields.
Okay.
Yeah, so the ocean,
Okay.
a free, wavy, dirty, salty swimming pool.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah. Okay, and third reason. It's probably the best excuse, that's when you're on the beach, you're probably the least dressed you will ever be in public.
Right. I hope so.
Yeah, so it's it's liberating. And there's other
Matt, it's not a nude beach. You can't.
There's other,
I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
No. It's my beach and I'll do what I want with it.
I'll cry if I want to.
Yeah.
And they'll cry, all right.
Yeah.
There'll be people crying.
I and others will cry if I want them to. But yeah, myself and other like-minded people, dress in their.
Matt's got a whole Jesus. Matt's got a Nick Cage pose going right now.
I'm stretching, and my hands just happen to be in cross formation. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you just wear your swim trunks, or if you're
stripper. What was that?
No, I was stuttering. I wasn't implying.
That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, your swim trunks, and if you're feeling really extravagant, maybe a Speedo or something.
The banana hammock.
I have seen that on the beach before.
In Ocean City,
grown men walking around wearing Speedos. Yeah,
that's disturbing because Ocean City is.
It's usually old men too.
Oh yeah, well of course.
Yeah,
it is. The America's #1 family resort.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
home to America's #1 resort podcast.
Yep.
Ding. Not us. That's
Ding.
The Wonderland Oceanic podcast alert.
Yeah, the Wonderland podcast. Okay.
the
Wonderland Pod Bear. Okay. Shout out to Jay Gillian. But
yeah, he's listening.
Yeah,
we know.
I hope so.
Mankinis.
Yeah, mankinis. So it's liberating. You just walk around with a pair of shorts on, nothing else. Hopefully there's an attractive woman or two that's got the same frame of mind.
I was gonna say just wearing
just
shorts.
Trunks. That would be
that's indecent. I can't. I'm gonna have to edit that out. I can't. This is a family podcast.
Yeah.
This is family resort.
Yeah, we're strictly reserved to talking about Nicolas Cage's Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Matt, you sold me.
Okay. So you're going to go to the beach?
I'm gonna run on the beach
after this.
That's right.
Run on the beach like Forrest Gump.
Those Matts with their summer clothes.
Yep, that's a Bruce song, isn't it?
Yeah, those mats with the summer clothes.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. I think we've not only have we redrafted some movies, we've destroyed Summer.
Yeah.
But that's that's
That's
what we're here for. Right?
Something worth destroying, yeah.
We've destroyed both Summer and Jesus Christ.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. You want to take us home?
Yeah,
No, I mean, can you give me a ride home? My car's busted.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, broke down again?
Yeah.
On your...
Somewhere in the swamps of Jersey.
Yep. Okay, well, I feel like we haven't, plugged our shit in a while, so, yeah, So, before we sign off, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/everybodylosespodcast, twitter.com/EB, or I guess at EBL podcast is better terminology there. Send us a fucking email at everybodylosescast@gmail.com.
Please!
I've had this out for months now. I've not received a single email.
All right,
from
listen,
anybody.
we are running out of things to talk about.
Just say fuck you. I don't care.
We are running out of things to say. Pretty soon, I'm just gonna come here and bitch slap Matt, and then we're gonna talk about the pain he feels now.
You can email me saying that that you're like a Armenian prince and that I've won $1 million. I don't give a shit. Just send an email to everybodylosescast@gmail.com.
We're gonna get a lot of emails
Yep.
now. Yeah.
You find me on Twitter at the OC Bossman. Find J Rent on Twitter at JRent21.
Yes, correct.
And it's the first day of summer, John, and it's summertime, and the losing's easy.
Jesus Christ.